Scene 1, Slate 1, Take 1, Mark.
Hi, I'm Ted and I'm in Hall.
Hi, I'm Anisha and I'm in Summerhill.
Hi, I'm Jamie and I'm in Upper.
Hi, I'm Larissa and I'm in Fonthill.
And we are all in Year 13.
So the day starts at 9 o'clock after you register at 8:30. That's when lessons begin after a short assembly.
We have our normal lessons. Maybe throughout the day we'll have a free period or two. And then morning break, we can help ourselves to a coffee or a tea in the kitchens in the Dixon.
Yeah, the coffee and hot chocolate machine are definitely a big part of a sixth form day.
Absolutely.
And then we have lunch at a sixth form dining hall where we get to sit with our friends and just chat and just have a little break. And then we have afternoon lessons.
Yeah, and then at 4:30 we can go to activities.
Various choice of activities as well, varying from sport to chess to everything really.
Knitting.
Yeah, knitting as well.
Knitting.
For me, it's the independency that you get. You're in charge of your own studies.
Yeah, sort of the freedom of learning, I think is probably the best bit, because it's down to you, but there's always the helping hand where you need it. So you search for help and you'll find it in almost any teacher, whether it's in your subject or not. They're all looking out for you no matter what happens.
Yeah. It's nice to be in, because we're in the Dixon with all the Year 12s and the Year 13s.
Rather than you sort of staying with your own year group as you would in the lower school.
Yeah, exactly.
There isn't as much mixing, whereas in the Dixon it's more you're in the Dixon, not you're in Year 13 or you're in Year 12. But I've boarded since Year 9, so that's coming for now nearly 5 years of boarding. When I first started, I absolutely hated it. First time away from home, things like that, but slowly by slowly it sort of became a place away from home where I could feel safe. So it was the first term that I didn't like, and after that I've loved it ever since.
I've been a day pupil and a boarder, so I think one of the massive differences is as a sixth form you get to mingle a lot more with the younger years, which you wouldn't normally do as a day student, and there's so many different cultures in the boarding houses. You get to know a lot of everyone's culture, and it's really interesting to find out more things about you wouldn't have learnt before.
Don't hesitate.
Try things, yeah, definitely don't hesitate and try things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't be afraid of choosing a wrong subject or whatever it is, because you're really easily, the teachers help you change to what you need to do. Definitely get involved with a lot of stuff at the start of term. It's crazy.
House music.
But house music and all of those kind of things, you get to know people so quickly. Like even just going to supper with your whole year group, you're going to sit with someone you don't know, you're going to mix with people you don't know, so it's definitely good to get involved. Just everyone, just that like community feel.
Sort of sense of belonging,
Yeah.
I think is really nice.
There's a lot of quirky traditions as well. We've got a couple of songs that we sing in chapel that are just
Classics.
absolute classics.
Shine Jesus shine.
Shine Jesus shine.
Sort of house experiences on a whole sort of stand out in general. House sports, house entertainment at the end of every term.
Yeah.
There's sort of a brotherhood in the house or a sisterhood in the house where you can turn to someone in any year group and they know you because you're in that house, which I think gives you more of a sense of identity when you join the school.
For me, it's led me to discover things that I didn't know about myself at all. I never thought I was particularly sporty, and now I find myself, in the cricket team. Things that you just don't know about yourself that you would enjoy, and you can discover them because there's so much to do.
The role models play a massive part for us, where you see in year 9, when you're really young, you see that all the year 13s doing their house music, leading things and being in leadership positions, and I think that's pushed us all out of our comfort zone, being like, we all can be in positions of leadership and we all can do what they're doing as well. And I think that's really given us like the inspiration to go push past our comfort zone a bit.
When they kind of take time out of their day to like get to know us, then it gives you a lot of confidence. And I think as we've grown older, now we're doing the same thing to the young kids.
One year in Muck-Up Day, they had a haunted house.
Oh yeah, mock-up.
So
In the Dixon.
Muck-Up.
In the
Dixon
Dixon.
transformed.
That should have been the tradition. I was thinking about
Yeah.
that, but I couldn't remember what.
all the sixth formers were dressed up
Yeah.
in all sorts of different things. There were different haunted house themes in each level of the Dixon, and all of us like scared year nines, we were asked to go to the Dixon and we had to walk through.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was holding onto someone's hand very tightly throughout the whole thing.
And now that's going to be us.
That's
this
gonna be
year.
us this
Yeah.
year.
I've got a great memory of running the house cross country in like alien onesies and just and coming around to the end of it and everyone was watching and we were so far behind and we were so hot and sweaty, but it was just such a good experience to be part of the school and for everyone still to cheer you on even if you look like an absolute idiot and you're like 5 minutes behind.
Sports Day is one of my favourite days because you're all together, the whole school's
Yeah.
there, and you're cheering everyone on even if you don't feel confident in what you're doing, but you're still doing it for the house.
I think it's the atmosphere as well that the school creates. It's
Yeah.
not sort of an atmosphere where you feel unwelcome. There is no sort of possibility to feel unwelcome because they do everything they can to welcome you. And that atmosphere that's created at Sports Day or at an event or just throughout the average school day, sort of crossing through the quad with all other year groups doing the same thing, really makes you feel part of Kingswood.
Yeah, and in the sixth form you can do a lot more to change the school. There's like a cultural discussion group which has been set up and is led by the sixth formers, but then also the young years can get involved, and I feel like that's something that we've actually changed in the school. We've made it a lot easier to talk about things that wouldn't have ever been talked about.
Yeah, and especially with being role models to the younger years, starting a trend of really speaking out about issues that you're passionate about. And I
Yeah.
think that's what we've really, really tried to do as a year group especially.
Yeah. I think the people that stood out to me were probably actually the sixth formers at the time in the swimming team. There are a couple of girls in year 13 who I still am in contact with. they just brung so much and they made us all, literally every single one of us, feel like we were part of the team. And I think their confidence and how they were coping with school life has always stuck with me.
I think probably I went on a trip to India with the school, and on that trip the bonds you formed with the teachers is incredible because you get to see them out of school and they are just people really enjoying what they do, which I think makes also the learning in school incredible to watch, but seeing them further their learning as well out of school is even more incredible.
For me, it was one of my sports coaches who was actually, in the end, my coach for rugby, hockey and cricket for 5 terms out of 6. And he, despite not being my tutor, has just been one of the teachers who's just been a real mentor to me. It's just one of the countless examples of a bond that you can have with a member of staff who's not just your teacher, who's not just teaching you, you know, the course. And that's really helped me. I've, you know, learned lots of things and become a better person because of it, absolutely.
Thank you. You did brilliantly.